Hello, everyone. I am Carlos again, and I want to thank you for watching my previous videos, and especially for those who subscribed and give me some feedback. I had received so many feedbacks. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that I'm able to share with you a little bit of my own experience and sharing with you my life as well, because this is about sharing life and building relationships again. As I mentioned before, I intend this channel to be about relationships in general. So yesterday I told you and I promised that we are going to talk in this video about dating and how you can build a solid relationship or a solid date. How do you start? What make a solid relationship? This is just an introduction. Actually, I'm here in my car waiting to get a haircut. As you see, I need it and I need to get rid of this. No, I'm kidding. I love this. That means wisdom, experience, all age. I don't know. Well, whatever. And anyway, so in a little bit I'm gonna be talking about what is it that make a solid relationship when you date. And I'm not talking date as a man to woman, woman to a man, girl to a girl, also men to a man. How you date and what is it that make a good relationship? Well, in my experience, and also when I see people dating, when you hear the stories, sometimes you see a person and it just, oh my gosh, she's beautiful, he's beautiful, he's handsome, she's beautiful, she's hot. Anyway, all these words, or she's so smart. There are many ways that you can start being interested in someone. When you make that connection, be careful. Start things right. Don't ruin it right from the beginning. And I'm talking right from my own experience. Don't ruin it from the beginning. Listen, what I'm telling you, this is not because I learned it in a book. I learned it in a book on my life. And I'm not pretending to be the master and the expert, but at least to offer a little bit of insight. A little bit more, just in a little bit. Keep subscribing, again. Keep watching, keep sharing. Remember, sharing is caring. All right, I'll see you in a little bit.
I used to live with my memory, but I never went there because I didn't know
All right. I survived my haircut today. It looks much better. Then I went to the gym. I did some workout. We had to be healthy and stay healthy. I was tired after work, but you had to make the sacrifice as well. And then I came home and I made some dinner. It is delicious. It's something healthy. Again, you had to be healthy and eat healthy. Even though I will be hungry in a few hours. So going back to the topic, dating and how we maintain that day and how we stay strong. Well, it is very important and very interesting how the process starts. So when you meet that person, you start expressing interest with a body language. First point, body language. You express affection with the body language. You see the person, you make eye contact, you say something, you text. I don't know how you do it, but you make that connection. And then you follow with the body language. And we can say that this body language, we can define that as a love language. And that love language, so that's the second point, is expressed And a third point, with actions. Those actions are hugs, words that you say. Oh, I love music or art. Through all these expressions, then you follow, and sometimes you become silly. You make jokes. You say something funny. Those are important ways to connect, to stay in touch. You express it to the other person express it back, it reciprocates. It is so important. If you don't find this reciprocation, is that a word? Oh, I just made that up, I don't know. Then there is not a connection. Then after that, you're gonna go to way to know each other. You connect, you have the love language, you express it to words, to actions. Then you go to the way to know each other. Okay, you can start talking points. I like this, I like that. It sounds robotic, but you can find ways that you can connect through that way to know each other. Oh, I like to hike. Oh, me too. I love hiking. Let's go for a hike tomorrow. I love running. I hate running. Let's move to the next point, because that's not going to be a way to connect and to know each other. Oh, I like to go to the movie theater. Me too. I love movies. What kind of movies do you like? Oh, I like action or science fiction or suspense. I don't know what you love, but if you make that connection through movies, then do it, then talk about it. Oh, what are your passions? Oh, I love traveling, or I love writing, or I love just staying at home and watching TV the whole day. Man, no, go out, do something good. So those ways are very important to know each other, because when you know each other, when you have been very connected, then you go to the other stage, which is following in love. When you say, oh my gosh, I can deal with this feeling because I am so much in love. Yeah. I love you. Yes, that's when you say, I love you. No, you don't say, I love you when you just see the person and look into the eyes of that person. Oh, I think I love you. If someone said that to you, don't believe it, because that's not true. It doesn't happen in that way. You had to have a process to be able to express, or to be able to hear from the other person, I love you. Sometimes we take that word for granted and we use it and misuse it so many times. I love you. It's like a sacred word. You don't say that to everybody, do you? Well, I'm talking about dating in general and the process that you have to be able to say, I am in love. When you say, I am in love, then you pretty much are in a relationship at that point. You are in a relationship. Which is going to take me to my next video, which will be the problems that you encounter during that relationship. Oh gosh, you're going to have so much fun, but it's not everything is going to be sweet and love and all going to be roses. No, you're going to have some problems, and how you're going to face those problems. So that's going to be part of my next video. But also here, I want to talk something about touchy. Something that we don't hear so often because we're afraid to talk about it. And I don't care, I want to talk about it. And this is not a doctrine of anyone. This is my own point of view. That's what I had learned from my clients, people that I counsel in their relationships, marriage, things that I have seen. That's something that I gonna express. So we're talking about in general. But today I got a phone call from a woman, a friend of mine that I respect, love. I love this woman. Very faithful woman. So this is delicious. Not because I made it, but it's good. So she called me today and said, Carlos, you expressed yesterday that the video today is gonna be dating not only has heterosexual couples but also homosexual couples. And I struggle a lot. How can I talk and express to young people, to my kids, to someone to ask how that work in homosexual couples? And it's legit because we have been formed in a very strict moral values that many times we hear this phrase, if you are gay, you're going to hell, or homosexuality is sinful, or you should not be in a relationship because the sexual act is going to condemn you. We hear so much that we outcast so many people, and people have lost faith, and people have lost connection, and people start going to church and stop loving each other. People have been in depression, etc., because we judge those people because they love in a different way and because they have a different way to express their sexuality and their love. So someone say that to you, I don't think it's worth it to have or to even consider to have a friendship with that person. So, sexuality is who you are. The sexual act is something different, but you cannot be defined by the way that you love. You cannot be defined by who you love. You can't. Or people are gonna say, well, the Catholic Church or this church or the other church or this doctrine or the Bible is saying to me that if I do this, if I have relations with, I'm a man and I have relations with a man, or I am a woman and I have relations with a woman, then I am condemned. Or this is sinful, and then you're gonna lose grace. When you have sex, be blunt in here, and you are in love, do you think, just I'm not gonna answer, you're gonna answer, do you think that God is gonna condemn you? When you go to heaven and God is gonna receive you and ask about and gonna judge you and gonna say, well, who are you? And you say, oh, I'm a woman, and then I was in love with a woman, or I'm a guy and I was involved with a guy. God is going to ask, the first thing he's going to ask, were you love? I hope that you're going to say, yes, I was in love. Did you respect each other? Yes. Were you faithful? Yes. Do you think that God is going to close the door on your face and say, hey, go to hell because you're not welcome here? God doesn't contradict himself. God loves us and accepts us in the way we are. And I do believe that he won't judge by the way you love and who you love. So stand up for who you are. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to love whoever you want. But be responsible as well. Respect yourself and respect the person that you are with. This is so important. So important. And I know what I'm saying is respect. Respect. Be loyal and be faithful. Be committed and accept yourself. Acceptance. Acceptance and acceptance. That's what builds and maintains a strong relationship. You accept yourself, you accept other person. You accept each other, you fall in love, and then everything else is history. All right, so I'm sure that some of you will disagree with me. That's fine. Again, with respect, we can sit and talk. And again, this is my point of view. I'm not being a preacher here, and I'm not being a priest here. I'm being Carlos. I'm being myself, and I'm being, free to talk. And there is more to come. So next time, the problems that you encounter when you date, when you are already in a relationship, and then how you solve it. Because, oh gosh, there is always a way to solve it. When you have been in trouble, if you are in love, love can conquer anything, can conquer everything. Love is forgiveness. Love is love. And that's God. So thank you for watching. See you next time. Be healthy, stay healthy, and help someone to be healthy. See you soon.